What's up, dudes? Today we have the Velotric Nomad 1 fat tire e-bike, and today I'm gonna take you on an adventure out to the Hollywood sign. But first, we need to... Here's the battery, 662 watt hours of energy, 3 amp charger, charging, 8 speeds, Shimano shifter, hydraulic disc brakes, ergonomic hand grips, thumb throttle. Take your handlebars, put them on like that. It's time to refresh. It says full. All right, guys, welcome to an absolute beautiful day here in Los Angeles. If you look off in the distance there, you could probably just barely see the Hollywood sign. It's about 16 miles away from here, and it's gonna be an 1,800 foot elevation gain to get there. Here we are on the freshly charged Velotric Nomad 1, 0 miles on the odometer. So we're gonna get out for a ride on this thing and see what it's made of. I'm gonna go ahead and start up the Strava now so we know the exact distance and elevation gain and all that stuff. So first thing, getting on this Nomad 1 step-through frame, I am just absolutely loving how easy it is to get on this bike compared to normal bikes I review. The high step ones, you know, they're not bad, but step through just makes it so easy just to hop right on there. So off to the races. Let's see if this thing works. Oh yeah, feeling that boost kicking in right away. Let's roll. So to be 100% honest with you guys, I am nervous about being able to make it all the way to the Hollywood sign. These batteries, I know they have their limitations. This is a 14.4 amp hour, 48 volt system with what, 600 and some odd, almost 700 watt hours of energy. But that hill, it's gonna be mostly flat, just like a gradual incline on the way there. But as we get closer to the Hollywood sign, it starts getting like steeper and steeper and steeper. So we're gonna need to save some battery for that hill, as well as making it all the way back, because it should be about a 32-mile round trip. So bump this thing on to pedal assist 2. It's giving us assistance up to about 11 miles per hour. Let's try pedal assist 3 real quick. Oh yeah, that motor kicks in big time. Cruising at 14. Kick it up a few gears. So the gears, you know, it's got 8 gears, it's got the trigger style shifter, which is great. Both shifters are underneath the handlebars. So we're gonna have to keep this thing cruising probably between about 12 to 16 miles per hour, because if we just go all out, this battery will burn up way before we get there. So this bike can go up to 20 miles per hour out of the box. You can modify the top speed up to about 25 miles per hour. We'll do that later. And I did not bring the charger, so I don't want to get stranded out here and have to pedal this thing home with no pedal assist. First impressions on this bike is it's a comfortable bike to ride. The riding geometry, or the riding position of this bike, is kind of like relaxed. It has these like swept back style handlebars to kind of put you in a more upright riding position, which is great for comfort. The seat on this bike is nice and plush and wide, so that's gonna be great for a long ride like today. So we're gonna get on the Bayona Creek bike path now. Gears definitely seem appropriate for this bike. So the motor has a pretty typical hub motor noise, pretty quiet, not 100% silent, but it's very, very minimal. Got our first downhill. Downshift all the way to 8, and it does have the mountain bike style shifter, so you can press that lever in and downshift more than 1 gear at a time, I believe up to 3 at a time. Got to get back up that hill, and I can hear the motor working, chewing up that battery already, only 2.6 miles into this ride. These ergonomic style hand grips are going to make a huge difference today, spreading the weight across the palm more than like the typical round ones you see on like a mountain bike style. And we do have the fenders, so it comes in handy for going over puddles like that. Dude, I gotta say, this is a comfortable bike to ride. Let's take a moment and see where we're at here. According to this, we are 5.5 miles and 5 bars, which could be anywhere from 80 to 100%, I believe, according to the manual. 30 minutes into the ride. According to Strava, we are 5.61 miles. So we got about 10 or 11 more miles to go, and it's gonna start getting a lot more hilly now. So I could be going faster, and I'd like to be going faster. Typically I do go a lot faster on these e-bikes, but you know, with this sort of distance, you know, I just don't want to risk not being able to make it back. I don't want to have to pedal this thing all the way from the Hollywood side back home. One of my favorite things about e-bikes is just getting out and exploring places you would have never went otherwise. Venice Boulevard, found a nice little bike lane here. It's not all bike lanes though. Got a little bit of sidewalk riding ahead. Check it out. You can see the Hollywood sign just over that house back there. I can feel the elevation gain beginning. My God, dude, the wind out here today. Now we're getting into Hollywood. Welcome to Hollywood. So we're getting out here now. This is a Hollywood area. 11.4 miles on that dash. Oh, 11.4 according to here as well. And I can tell it's starting to be uphill. We haven't gotten to the really steep part of the hill climb yet, but we're getting there. And I might be saving a little bit too much battery. It's still showing 5 out of 5 bars. So that could be 80 to 100%. I mean, you know, it's not 100, so we're probably over 80% charged still. The real key to extending the battery life of an e-bike is go slower. Like if I was going like 20 miles an hour all the way here, I've been going like 10 to 13 probably. But if I was going 20, this battery would probably be down to like 2 bars. So I guess we're riding with traffic now. All right, found a bike lane, I guess. A road. That's a bike lane. Hello, fellow electric vehicle. Whoa, buddy, why are you backing up? Nice headlights. Ah, fat tires coming in handy. Sunset Boulevard. It says pedestrians can cross, so I'll give it a go. Gotta dodge some obstacles. The hills are getting steeper and steeper. Check it out. This must be the start of where the stars are. Do you know who you are? I'm going the wrong way. I can't read the names. So I'd have to say, I definitely went slow enough. I was really concerned about battery life. We have not got to the steep part of the hill yet. Oh, there's Tom Hanks I saw down there. Jim Ladd. Wesley Snipes. Chinese Theater coming up. And we'll take a left up here coming soon and go off towards the Hollywood sign. All right, this road looks pretty crowded. I don't know if I'll be able to actually go over there. The vibe has kind of changed over here. We got a little bit of trees. Check it out, dude. There it is. There's the Hollywood sign out there. So as you can see, it's a little bit of an elevation gain to get there, but we got this. I always like these hubs that make a little noise so you can kind of let people know you're coming. Is this my road? Oh yeah, Vine Street. I think this will work. All right, dudes, this is where the real hill climb begins. And as you can see, we're getting there. Real quick here, I want to pull off, do a little range update. 14.7 is still showing 5 out of 5 bars, so that means technically we should be over 80% on the battery. 14.67 showing on the Strava. Average speed of just under 10 miles an hour. Been dilly-dallying, so about an hour and a half of moving time. But this is where the real hill climb begins, so I'm glad we saved enough battery. We'll see what we have left when we get to the top, because this is gonna take a decent chunk out of the battery for sure. Gear 2, pedal assist 2. What does cruise this hill at about 12? I am like really surprised at how well this battery is holding up when you give it a little bit of assistance on your own. Usually I just like hoon these bikes, you know, I'm giving them like full throttle and I wear the battery down to pretty low within about 25 miles. But today, just, you know, cruising at a little bit slower speeds. Actually, you know what? 4 out of 5 bars. That's the first time I saw it drop. So that indicates to me, based on what the user manual says, we've kind of hit a point where we're at about 80% battery at 15.5 miles in. What an absolute freaking beautiful day out here in Hollywood. Blue skies, late January. It's like 70 degrees. What a blessing. All right, so for the steep portion of this hill, I'm gonna bump it down to pedal assist 1. Got it on the lowest gear, and you know, I'm just gonna keep cranking along, you know, just helping it out a little bit, but not going crazy or anything, just helping the motor, helping the battery. This is not my first time I've been on a Nomad 1 before, and these bikes are particularly good hill climbers. So if you're looking for something that can climb hills, the Nomad 1 is a good option for a fat tire e-bike. I forget the exact torque number, but it's a pretty strong torque number, and it can just keep outputting that torque for a long period of time as well. The peak output on this bike, I believe, is 1200 watts, 750 watts nominal. That means it can continuously feed 750 watts. Obviously, if you run it at those high powers, that just draws power from the battery faster. So we've been trying to avoid drawing power too fast, saving it for these hills, because man, they're starting to get really steep now. This one right here, this is like a really steep one here. So it's gonna take us off-road a little bit here as well. Oh man, this gets so steep here. But dude, the Nomad one, absolutely no problem climbing this. I just know the motor and the battery is definitely working pretty decently hard on this. I'd say this is probably about a 20% grade, which is a steep hill. Really great thing about this bike with these tires too, as we'll see here when we get around this corner, is they can take you off-road. I mean, they're not really ideal for street riding like we've been doing, but when you get in a situation like we have here, oh, give me a little bit of, oh no, it's a little bit too steep. Bump it onto pedal assist 5 and full throttle it. Oh, can't get it going. I gotta get right here to get a little running start. All right, let's go. Yeah, this is, oh my God. Dude, Nomad is a hill climbing monster. Wow. I really feel bad about what I just did to the battery there, but from here we get a little glimpse of downtown Los Angeles. Very clear day today. Beautiful out here. These tires, let's bump this back down to like pedal assist 1. Conserve battery. We don't need all the pedal assists. I mean, any bike could probably ride on this, but just one example of like what the Nomad can do. So after a long day of riding so far, it's just so nice just being able to step right through that frame on the step through frame bike. You can hear that motor working now. We're almost to the sign though. Beautiful little cove right here. There, we're getting pretty close now. Man, this motor is doing good. Don't make me kill my momentum, dude. Why? Well, sorry about that battery and motor. So I'm really hoping the gate is open, because I did not bring any way to kind of hack my way in there today. Looks like the gate's closed. Thumb throttle. Ow! Ow! I kicked the kickstand. Man, that hurt. Wow. Jeez. God, dude. That is quite the scuff. Dude, it is like bleeding. I guess we'll keep going. See if this thing's open. Oh yeah. Nice. Dang, what a clear day today. You see the whole LA skyline? Everything is like green and lush. We've been getting so much rain. See the ocean out there. Hollywood sign. We'll go on up there a little closer. Man, this is so steep right here. I have it on pedal assist 1. That's all the power you need. Well, here we are. Made it. 17.2 miles. 4 out of 5 bars showing on the display. 17.68 miles according to Strava. 10 minutes less than 2 hours to get here. Let's see if we can do a little burnout. Yes, sir. All right, dudes, I kind of wish I went a little bit faster here since I have so much battery, you know, 4 out of 5 left. So now let's just go all the way to the very top since we do have extra battery. And I don't think we'll have trouble getting home because, you know, I live way out that way, kind of by the ocean. I don't know how well that shows up here on camera, but it's all downhill basically to get home, you know, so might as well climb a little bit more hill. Eventually we'll see what the total range is for this trip. Looks like we're on pace to do about 40 or so. I'm gonna crank this pedal assist down to 1 or 2, and we'll just cruise on up here to the very top of the Hollywood sign. Oh no, showing 3 bars now, a little bit of voltage sag, climbing this hill, having second guesses about going all the way to the top and having enough battery to make it all the way home. Oh man, I hear that motor working. It's just eating that battery up. Trying to put in some power of my own here. Big tires are coming in handy here. However, it is a lot of extra weight to carry climbing up this hill. I'm scared for the battery. Still got 17 more miles to go after we get to the top. Who said you can't get a workout on an e-bike? Just lets you go faster than you could on a non-e-bike. There's the valley. Nothing like going uphill with a headwind. Oh man, what a hill climb. 18.6 miles now. Trying to help the little battery out. We're almost there. Right around this corner. What the heck? Ran something over back there. There's a sign. Don't want to kill my momentum though. Keep it going, keep it going. I'll have a view in a minute. I'm not gonna ride it up this thing. This is too dangerous. Use a thumb throttle here.
So the Nomad 1 is actually a pretty awesome fat tire e-bike, and if you do want to grab one, I have a discount code below this video.
Some benefits of having a thumb throttle on tap.
It'll save you money and also help support the channel, making reviews like this.
There we go. Here's the views. There's the sign down there. So battery is 3 out of 5 bars. It's probably a little voltage sag. I think it'll bounce back to 4. 18.8 miles. Oh no. There's a flat tire on this thing right now. This is not good. Why? What happened? All right. Well, I guess it punctured. We're gonna have a problem now. That's crazy. Should not have came up here. Well, here's the deal. This tire is completely flat. So that is gonna conclude our ride.
Or at least that's what I thought at the time.
Basically 19 miles, 3 out of 5 bars remaining. Average speed, 9 miles an hour, all uphill. No question we would have had enough battery to make it all the way home since it's all downhill, but we're gonna have to find something else out now.
Well, unfortunately, I found the source, the problem. There's some sort of steel spike here. It's got me good. Can't think of a worse place for this to happen. Man, how did that happen? Dude, is this a joke? How did this... That is crazy. That thing went all the way through. So when I was coming around that corner and I heard that weird noise, I knew something went wrong, and that is where I'm pretty certain I hit this thing. What the? It literally looks like this was like a spike planted in the ground. You can see the shadow of it. So it was like a spike like angled and pointed towards my tire, and it just hit just right. I don't think any tire could prevent a puncture like this.
Let's see if we can figure this out. Dude, that is like as flat as a tire can get. I've like literally never seen a tire be so flat before. I've never been so far away from home and so unprepared. Dude, I'm pretty sure whatever that noise was I heard like over here, that's when I ran over that thing because it made a super unusual noise. This is gonna be a long day. All right, so it's getting a little chilly out here. I got bundled up. I called a couple bike shops. One didn't answer. The other says they don't have the supplies in stock. I'm seriously debating just trying to like possibly ride this thing home, which would probably completely destroy the wheel. I don't know what to do, man. Dude, somebody's gonna have a problem. Dude, this is the solution right here. A free car. It's a Tesla Model 3. The license plate is right here. All I gotta do is go to the bottom of the hill, find the car. This is the key to it. Throw the bike in the back of it. Drive home. Gosh, I wish I would have just turned around when I was down here. I guess I'll just leave these keys right by the gate here, because you kind of got to pass through here. I'm right here, I guess. Excuse me, sir.
The time of his life on an electric bike?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I was just walking past and I couldn't help but notice you had a fat tire e-bike sitting there.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's any chance that you might by chance have like a repair kit that I could like use
I have
to.
a pump, but I don't have a repair kit because this bike was just sitting against that fence and the neighbor wanted it.
I
So
got
he
you.
hasn't picked it up yet, but I don't have a repair kit.
All right. Yeah, I just saw it there and I was like, maybe. Well, he said he doesn't have one, but he recommends maybe a shop down the way here. Dude, you've got to be kidding me. That's the freaking car right there. Now I wish I would have kept the keys and brought them down here. Dude, your keys. I left your keys up by the gate. I saw them. They were, so I found a bike shop. Apparently they said they can do it, but it'll take them like overnight. I guess I'm just gonna walk there. It's like, it's kind of far.
From the Hollywood sign, it was like a 5.5 mile walk. Luckily, it was all downhill, but it sucked. And on the phone, the dude told me he couldn't do it today. So I was trying to come up with a plan to get him to allow me to use his tools, and I'd just buy the inner tube and repair the tire myself.
So these bikes all have a thing called walk mode. You just hold down that minus button for a second and it'll put you in walk mode. Well, I finally made it. Safety cycle, 21 miles on the odometer. It's taken me forever to get here. I think it's like a 5-mile walk. All right, I'm pretty excited and not excited at the same time. Dude told me he would get it done in an hour for 45 bucks. Bad part is that means I'm still gonna have to ride home tonight. Good news is I don't have to buy an Uber ride home, so I guess I'll just go get some. Dude, it's been a long day, but excited for some Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm calling from the bike shop. Your bike's all finished.
Sweet, man. Thank you so much. I'll be right over in about 5 minutes.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that was so fast.
That's your bike, the e-bike?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what a relief it is to be on a powered vehicle again. It feels so good. 3 bars remaining. Let's get it. Booking it now, dude. Almost 18 miles an hour, but only 30 watts of power, 31 watts, because we're on the downhill now, all the way home. This is where all the all-terrain tires come in handy here. And that front suspension. Oh, we don't need another flat. These brakes are scaring me. I see the jagged edges sticking up. I got 1% left on the GoPro. This is the shot for it right here. Look at that sunset, the moon. Man, what an epic day. Can't believe I got a flat at the top of the Hollywood sign. Can't believe I got it repaired. Can't believe I have enough battery to make it home. We still got 2 bars. Finally made it back in the neighborhood. 34.9 miles, 1 bar remaining. This thing still got some juice in it for sure. I think I've earned it. I'm using the throttle all the way home from here.
And a quick reminder, I do have a discount code below this video. If you're gonna buy a Velotric, it'll save you money and also help support the channel so I can keep making awesome reviews like this one. Of course, I'd greatly appreciate your support if you do buy a Velotric, but if this is not the bike for you, watch this video here now. So all my batteries died except for the one on this bike. There's 1 bar remaining. I did 35.5 miles today on this bike.